Chris. So you're one of the organizers of this event today and of this project. Can you tell me a bit more about it? How you got this idea, and where did it come from, and when?
So, with the ELD Academy, the European Leadership and Debate Academy, we try to drive the social change in Eastern Europe by teaching and empowering young talents from Ukraine, but also Georgia, Armenia, Moldova, and other Eastern European countries. And with the Female Leadership Academy, the idea was to empower especially young women, talented young women, who are, of course, very important for a society, and but sometimes women, because they are culturally still determined in many countries, they need to be empowered to see how talented they are and that they take lead. And that's why we called it the Female Leadership Academy. And for 1 year, we 15 young businesswomen from 5 countries. They had to apply, and we took the best applications. They had the chance to empower themselves with week-long seminars in different countries, as well as different towns. And so it was like master classes on storytelling, on leadership, on female networking, also boxing for women. And now the highlight of this whole year program is this wonderful exhibition they made themselves here in Odessa. Paris of the East is a wonderful town, and I'm so happy to be here. And I'm a teacher, but I'm so proud to learn every day from the participants and from our female leaders.
So, as one of the organizers and as a teacher, you probably heard lots of stories from women from from Georgia, from Armenia, from Moldova, from Ukraine, from Russia. Is there a specific a particular story that struck you the most about gender inequality in one of these countries? Because you come from Germany, right?
Yeah.
So things are a bit better there.
It's a bit better in Germany, which doesn't mean that we don't have sexism in Germany. And there's still a long way to go to equality of genders everywhere. But you're right, in Eastern European countries, maybe there are even more problems, like macho societies. I was surprised how many girls or young ladies complained about their mothers and grandmothers, how the pressure comes from the female side, from different generations, where like mothers and grandmothers tell their daughters, be pretty and not clever, you have to marry early, you have to cook for your husband. And even in some countries, like domestic violence is a big issue. In Armenia it is. So the family is so important. If he hits you, maybe you've done something. I was surprised that this comes not only from men, it comes from women herself, but even more. We have to empower this new generation of young female leaders, of young women, to take their destiny in their own hands, to see how important they are, not only for their families and for their own career, but also for society and for Europe. Because I do believe that Ukraine is a part of Europe, always has been a European country, and it will be a very important part of the European future. That's why it's my personal belief that I want to do everything to help to drive the social change in Ukraine and to empower even more young women to become female leaders. Maybe the next president in Ukraine is female. Who knows?
So do you think that through fighting this gender inequality, Ukraine can become a more developed country and can become a lot stronger through fighting gender inequality and through raising more female leaders? Do you think that's the way?
Yes. I totally think the way is more women in power. And politics, as well as in businesses, means not only more equality in life, it means a better society. Because not only they represent of course 50% of humanity, but they also have some adaptive skills we men don't have. We have to train hard, but now the Harvard University of Leadership, they know that adaptive skills are the most important skills to run a business. So women have these opportunities because they have these adaptive skills. So more women in power means more success for society. There's still a lot of men, so from in all countries, they have to learn. It's a hard way. They're afraid. because when women take over, that they're kicked out, which is stupid. Of course, men are not kicked out, but more women means more equality and better businesses and better success for society as well as for businesses. You can see this where women lead is successful. In Germany, we had this discussion 20 years ago. Yeah, and then the Green Party started with 50% female quota in parliament. It was a big outcry everywhere in Germany. Oh, that's not possible. What about good men? By now, everybody accepts it's good. Sometimes you need some radical decisions to get equality. And by now we have a German chancellor, she's female, as you know. So I think, yes, that's very important. And if we can do a little bit with this exhibition and Female Leadership Academy, we're very happy to help.